Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing Surviving Mars. Surviving Mars is a game by Paradox. It's come after a lot of games about Mars were basically becoming famous, like Planet Base and whatnot. So in this game, we launch from Earth and we basically go to Mars and try to build ourselves a colony. So let's jump right into it. So this game is really beautiful, and it's really nice to play. It's interesting as you terraform Mars and you make Mars more livable. It's really good. It's like all Paradox games. It's got a perfect balance of the early game, the mid game, and the late game. So jumping right into it, first we need to set up the mission. So this is basically setting up the difficulty, but there is a tiny bit of role-playing element to it. You can set up the difficulty based on certain parameters which are given here. So the first one is the mission sponsor. This is basically who sponsors the mission. You can choose any country that you want. So maybe you're Brazilian, you can choose Brazil, and such and such. Each of these gives you a bonus. For example, if you play as India, then you get an RC constructor, which is basically a transporter which can construct buildings. So these are bonuses. Once we jump into the game, this will become more clear, but these are transport machines which can basically construct for you. So that kind of becomes interesting. And the metal refinery slowly converts waste rock into metal. So that's also something which is useful. But today we are going to be playing at easy difficulty, very easy difficulty actually. I guess the International Mars mission is very easy. The US and the Blue Sun Corporation and China are easy. And then you have normal and you have like really difficult. Japan is hard, but I really like the wasp drones of Japan. They look really, really beautiful as they whiz around trying to build everything. But we'll go with the Mars mission, the International Mars mission. And then we have to choose a commander profile. Now before that, let's quickly jump in and choose ourselves a company logo, because this logo looks really friendly and all, but no, I would prefer something like, actually I liked, oh, this is funny. Maybe we should have this. Don't panic, because we've got enough cash. Space communism is nice. And yeah, you've got a lot of others. There's a lot of Easter eggs in this game as well. I am not the most qualified person to explain those. We will just choose this because it looks like the most formal one. Mysteries basically add flavor to your game. So you can choose any of these mysteries, and it kind of gives you a storyline that you have to follow. We're just gonna go with random. So let's let it up to fate to decide how our story unfolds. We also have rival colonies. Now it says rival colonies because you will be fighting with them when it comes to your milestones that you achieve. But they're also useful because you can trade with them. So I guess we'll just have one. And we'll leave it at random. Yeah, or do we want to make it difficult for them? Let's make it difficult for them. Let's make it the Metatron. Fools. Gods do not protect fools. Fools are protected by more capable fools. Yeah, I like that. So let's make it really, really easy to us so that we can enjoy the first playthrough. This is not the first time I'm playing this game actually. I've played this game a lot of times before. So these are basically game rules, which is like your win criteria, I assume. But yeah, let's not jump into that. So yeah, this is not the first time I'm playing the game, but I'm very new to this game. I've played through till the early mid level like a couple of times, I guess. So we can choose a geoengineer. What does that give us? It gives us seeds import cost reduced by 50. This is for the forestation and all of that. No, that is kind of like late mid game to late game. Let's go with the hydro engineer. Actually, we don't need that much of water. We can just take vaporizers. So what else do we need? Do we need a futurist? And we can take the futurist because breakthrough techs are researched. Breakthrough techs. Yes, excuse my pronunciation today. Breakthrough techs are researched 30% faster. That might be good. This is really good. An astrogeologist, because he can give us insights into where rare metals are. We can... What did I choose last time? I think I chose the hydro engineer. The first time I played, I chose... Okay, let's get this. Let's get the inventor. Because drone hubs will no longer require power or maintenance. That is a big deal. So let's choose that. And these are all our conditions. So we get $30 billion to do this, and we have 4 starting rockets. If you don't have rockets, you need to earn rockets, which means you need to earn earth money. Starting applicants 200 is very strong. Research per soul is 300 research. I think that's a lot more than what other people get. I remember playing Japan and they got just 100. I'm guessing, I'm not sure exactly. And rare metal price is 25 million, which is also high. So there's a couple of other things. Right, let's not go too much into this and let's just jump into the game. So this is the first screen from where you start strategizing this game. So you have a rocket which will have certain resources and it will jump into the game for you. As we jump in, you will see what the map is, but actually the map will start with one location of concrete. And if we are lucky, which we will be because we are going to choose the easy way, we will have some surface deposits of metal as well. So we have a transport, we have an explorer, we have a commander. All of these are good. We have 6 drones. We will have some polymers, which is good because it takes a little bit of time for you to get polymers up and running. Manufacturing of polymers, machine parts is good, electronics is good. I don't need the orbital probes. Actually, let's take one orbital probe just to show you what happens with it. Let's go here, and do we need an advanced Stirling generator? Let's not get it actually, because it's 800 million and it's really heavy, almost 1,000 something kilos, I guess, right? Yeah, 4,000 kilos. Oh my god, it's 4,000 kilos. Yeah, let's not get that. Instead, let's try to see if we can get something else which is useful. We have 1 moisture vaporator. We could get 2. And I guess that's about it. 1 drone hub should be fine. We can of course send ourselves a lot of things from Earth, so you'll see that. So the rocket's going to be called Friendship 1. Let's name it Kalir 1. I just dropped something on my table. Apologize for that. So it was my clock. I just dropped my clock on the table. Anyway, so let's call it Kalir 1 after our channel and let's jump into it. Alright, so the next screen we need to choose a colony site. We can basically choose anywhere. But then what you see is there are some important factors which are listed here when you choose something. The first is average altitude. The higher the altitude, the more productive your windmills are going to be. So if something is positive, I think that's good. We don't want negative. Mean temperature basically means that for you to do certain things, you need to increase the temperature of your ground. So you need to get like heaters and stuff. So let's not worry about that too much. Relatively flat just says how much area we'll have to build. And then you have threats and resources. So this is what's most important. This not so much, although I went in great detail into that, criminally misleading you. But I kind of like this smear on Mars because it is very well protected. It's kind of like inside a canyon, I guess. So the meteors can't reach you. Meteors are a major problem. It's not something that you can't handle, but I just find them extremely annoying, especially during the early game. So Valles Marineris. So we can settle down anywhere here. I'm just trying to see if I can get some elevation for me. Right, the elevations come with the dust devils. Right, oh my god. So we can just go with one of these, I guess. Right, this is the best we can get. There's very less concrete, not very less actually, there's an average amount of concrete, but there's plenty of metals and plenty of water. Concrete is extremely important for us. I mean, we can actually do without water for a long time, but concrete, no, we need it for sure. Right, so let's just do this then. Oh, what was that gave us 1000 something, right? Right, I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's just take this. Temperature is -1. Difficulty is pretty low. Our average altitude is -2430 meters. Basically, we are going to be 2 kilometers below sea level if Mars ever had a sea level. Think about that for a second. 2 kilometers below sea level. That's rough. Because I've been to the Dead Sea. And the Dead Sea is below sea level, and it's freaking hot there. It's hotter than normal. So yeah, below sea level is going to be pretty nasty, but it's all right. We don't care. The temperature is -1, and we are in a globe. So mission control, welcome to Mars. Everyone in mission control is impatient to see the rocket touch down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet. The drones and the rovers, our goal is to secure a foothold. Yada yada yada. This daunting endeavor will allow for brave pioneers, founders, and so on. We have to have enough construction. Yes. So all of this is fine. It doesn't really matter. Now we jump into the map. So this is the map. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 10. I guess, right? Yes, it's a 10 by 10. So we've got 100 squares, and you can see my rocket blink in here. This sector has already been scanned, which means we have a rudimentary understanding of what's in this. This map is extremely flat. I'm very happy that we got this map. Anyway, so we've got 2 concrete here, which is pretty good. Now you can zoom in, or you can click on it, which you can't. So you can zoom in. Now you see that we have concrete here. This yellowy, greenish. Let me remind you, I'm colorblind. So whatever this color is, that's concrete. So we've got 2 deposits, and then we've got some surface deposits of metals, which you can see here, and here. So that's good. We have a bunch of, what's this? Swirly things. That's interesting. We will find out what those are pretty quick. So if we zoom out, we can see that all of this has a sort of fog of war, which is precisely what it is. It tells us that we don't know what's there and we need to scan. So one way of scanning is to get an orbital probe and just poop it down. Let's do that here. Ooh, brilliant. So we found some water. Good that I didn't get a hydrologist. We have some more metal, we have some concrete, and we have this, which says it's a research site. So we'll come to that a little bit later. Now, another way for you to scan is to just click on these and queue them up. You can queue up to 9 while you're scanning one. So that's 10 total squares that can be lined up for scanning. This scanning is pretty low. It's scanning is very slow, but you have technologies which is going to make it faster, so that's fine. Let's quickly pause the game. So Sol is basically 1 day in Mars. So this day is actually not a day. It just says it's a day, but we have some blinky things here. So let's get into what those are and let's figure out what we have to do. So the first thing that pops up is the research tree, and it goes pretty deep, extremely deep. This research tree is separated in tiers. I'm guessing 5 tiers to 1 level. So within these 5 tiers, you will get the same technology, but then they'll be random. So if I start another game, I won't get Martian vegetation as my first terraforming research. I'll probably get something else. That's what makes this game extremely replayable. So we have a bunch of things here which are set. Let's get the low G turbines first, and then let's get advanced Martian engines. Do we want that? No, let's get this order. Right, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can't change the order if you want to, like some of the other games that we play, but you have to deselect and then select it again, which is probably what we do. But you always want to have some research selected, because as we saw from our sponsor, we get 300 research points every single day. Every day you have something that's not selected, you're wasting that 300. So it's always good to have something selected. Now, our starting breakthrough is the autonomous hubs, which means that our drone hubs don't require maintenance and they don't require power, both of which are very important. Maintenance especially is extremely important. You can of course outsource this to Earth and pay them some money so that there's some lab probably in India or Vietnam that's doing research for you, and they just give you the data so you can just unlock here. You get like 1,000 or something, but yeah, that's going too far into it. Now we have a milestone which is achieved. The first thing is finding water on Mars, which we have done out of pure luck. And the second thing is to research a breakthrough, which we started the game with because we started in easy. Now the blinky thing here is Kalir, our rocket. So let's quickly click on it and let's get it down somewhere. Ideally, I would want its area of coverage to get all of these minerals, and I will shortly explain to you why that is. Right, so we've clicked on that. Let's jump to speed 3. This game is really beautiful, actually. It's really nice. Once you get into it, it gives you a nice feel. There's a little bit of delay between getting stuff from Earth and then coming in here. So look at that. Just look at how well they've made it. And you can't see, but my frame rate is kicking it. My frame rate's not getting down at all. Alright. So what do we have here? We've got 3 drones and we've got a bunch of tiny drones. We have 8 of these tiny drones, if I remember correctly, because that's the number that we selected. These tiny drones actually go around and do your bidding. So they're like workers in any other game. We just played Foundation, so think of them as everything from warehouse workers to your to your builders. So they do your bidding. They need somebody to control them. So all of these drones require some intelligence, central system to control them. So they either use the rocket, or they use the drone commander or the RC commander, or they use the drone hub, which we haven't built yet because it's not necessary. So that's what the RC commander does. If I tell the RC commander to go here or here, let's say, he'll load up on all the drones. Let's make it a little bit fast. He'll load up on all the drones and then he'll head out there. So he'll become the drone commander there. Once he leaves the circumference of the rocket, he becomes the drone commander. So let's bring them back here. And then you have the explorer. Unfortunately, we don't have any anomalies to explore. So he's just going to be sitting here doing nothing for a bit. That's all right. And then we have the transporter. Now the transporter is used for line haulage, which is basically hauling a lot of stuff from one place to another. So there's actually a lot of stuff in here. We have all of these resources which we brought. So let's quickly plop down a storage facility. Let's say a universal depot, so that our drones can rush in and they can get all of the products out. My god, this looks nice. They're like tiny little ants building an ant's nest. So it's nighttime, all the lights have come up. I have some resources here which I would like to get. So let's quickly set up a transport route and click it here. So and tell him to collect metals. So all the metals in this radius will be collected by the transporter, and then we can have him bring it over to the universal depot. So now there's an anomaly which is found all the way here. Doesn't matter because they have their own charging and battery system. So you can tell the RC Explorer to go anywhere on the map and he would just do your bidding. He would go there and he would get whatever data that you want. Right now, jumping into this real quick, we need to accumulate some resources, and the most important resource of all is, did I just misclick the RC commander? Yes, I did. Let's hope he's driving there. Right, so now let's quickly jump in and let's see what we can build. I'm totally confused because I was playing another game very recently. I need to escape so that I deselect it. I was playing another game where right click is actually deselect, so I'm right clicking all over the place and they're getting confused. Sorry, my bad. So you have your construction menu here. Now this is kind of like Tropico. You just right click and it comes up. And so there's a bunch of things. We'll go through them one by one, but the first thing that we need is going to be a concrete extractor. So let's drop it down on the resource. You can see that there's 432. Anything with 400 or more is a very good mine location. Now you can see that there's something called grade here. Grade is actually how much of the concrete you get from your mining. So let's say a mine mines 10 kg of concrete every single day. How much of that you get, how much of that is actually concrete is what that is. Right, so let's get a solar panel array. I just like to do it this way just because, no reason. And then, ooh, that was a meteor.
Research complete.
That was a meteor. Brought something to us. Let's quickly jump there while our assistant tells us that we have just succeeded in something. I did not want it placed that way. So you can quickly salvage anything that you put down unintentionally. Right, this is actually a very bad idea in this game to have things close to each other, because as you can see, we have the risk of getting meteor strikes. So if a meteor strikes your entire power hub, that's bad. You're screwed basically, right? Aren't you? So let's quickly pull some power over here to our concrete. Now the concrete is going to make concrete for us, and so we need a place where it can keep the concrete, because the default storage of the concrete is very less. So let's get that, and let's get ourselves a massive dumping ground, because there's going to be a lot of gunk that's created. Let's quickly pause and go and see what the anomalies are, because I don't want the RC Explorer to just be faffing around. Are you selected? You are selected. Oh, so right click. There you go. Was that just one? There was just one. Alright. So let's jump in. We have low storage of energy. That's okay. That's going to be fixed pretty soon, because we have a lot of energy producers now. So that's not a problem. Research is complete. So, autonomous sensors and low G drives. Alright, let's get this. Let's get this as well. Great Leap. This is a story point, I guess. Let's hear what it has to say. Our scientific team on Earth has just made a daunting discovery. With the downpour of new scientific data from Mars, our team made an unheard breakthrough in the field. A new advanced technology has been revealed in the chosen field. The new technology costs less to research. What do we want? Physics, robotics, engineering, biotech. Let's go with engineering. Let's see what it is. There's one more. Oh, we scanned an anomaly. That's good. That is splendid indeed. You're coming here, aren't you, bro? Right. So let's jump into the research and see what. Ooh. We got resilient architecture. Out of dome buildings requires maintenance less often. Yes, yes, please. Cancel that and get this because this is awesome. Actually, let's cancel all of them and then reprioritize everything. Funding is not actually a major deal, especially if you're playing with 30 billion. I mean, come on, seriously. So, alright then. Our concrete generators are up and running. Our power resources are up and running. Let's high prioritize the batteries so that at night we have some power stored. This meteor dumped a bunch of polymers. Ooh, that's the first. So we can go there and pick up those polymers. Normally you'll have to manufacture polymers, but sure. Now, the point of all of this, the point of surviving Mars, is to have a population of people living here. For that, we need to build ourselves some domes. Now, you get the first dome, self-sufficient dome, for free, which has a lot of basic infrastructure. So when I build this, you won't be able to see exactly what we require, but that's not going to be a problem. Let's save that spot for another. Let's save that spot for another dome, which will have researchers. So let's quickly drop this dome. This is too close to. Why don't we drop it here? I think this is fine. Okay, so let's drop it here. So what are the basic necessities for people to live on Mars? The first thing is, of course, oxygen. Then you have water. And then you need food and yada yada yada, a lot of other things. So our dome, this self-sufficient dome, comes equipped with 2 water evaporators, water vaporators.
Milestone achieved.
Water vaporators basically suck water from the atmosphere of Mars, which
there's more to the barren
has water.
environs of the red planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove
Right.
of undiscovered knowledge and wonder. So long as you know where to look.
We got some more text revealed to us. That's good. We have 1 empty slot, so we can quickly have a polymer factory resolving produces polymers. All right, let's get the polymer factory then, and let's jump into this. So as we were saying, the water vaporators get water from the atmosphere of Mars. I will keep walking you through this as I connect electricity to our dome, which is clearly essential. So that's what they do. This is basically a water tank which stores the water, and this is a MOXIE. A MOXIE is something that converts water into oxygen. I guess it just shoots out all the hydrogen into the Martian atmosphere. But that should not be a problem. Our atmosphere has a lot of hydrogen in it as well, so that should be pretty fine. So let's jump over here. There is no rhyme or reason why I'm snaking it around like this. I'm just being an idiot, I guess, or I want everything to be in range so that we can fix it without having to worry too much about it. Right, your pipes are what you need to connect all of these resources, the water and the oxygen and whatnot. I like to put my pipes on top of my wires, my cables, because I mean, if one thing's down, the other is down, and you can manage it easier, I guess. There's no other reason, simple as that. So this dome has come up really fast, which is good for us. So let's quickly jump into the dome. Look at how beautiful the turf is. Quickly jump out and let's build ourselves some houses. So the easiest way is to build the living complex first, and then you need to provide them with some services in the dome. So this is going to be a small dome, so let's just get a small grocer. Let's get ourselves an infirmary, and let's get ourselves a small space bar. Over here is fine, right? So as you can see, we need people to come here and staff, so that's good. People have certain requirements which need to be met, so we'll go into all of that subsequently. But there you have it. This is our first dome, which is up and coming on surviving Mars. I'll put a quick cut in this video and we'll come right
Sector
back
scanned.
to
Anomaly
get
found.
to check this anomaly out, and to get, oh, it's right here, and to get some of our people from Earth to come over here. So the initial few episodes going to be a lot of talking, but as we go it's going to become lesser, so you can enjoy the game without the drone of my voice. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content that I'm putting through. It encourages me. And leave a comment below if you have anything to share with us. Do subscribe, and take care then. Bye bye now.